It's okay, I'm good. Let's go! Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out. Let it rain, let it pour away. We won't come down until we hit the ground. Yeah, pass out.
Right, today I've got a NUUU mixed match here against KyotoPlatinum of YouTube. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I was looking for he was looking for a mixed match, and yeah, I was quite surprised because normally with Cerebi, you don't tend to get that good of matches. But yeah, so I leave for my Uxie and set up the Reflect, and he starts the Rain Dance. I then use the Yawn to put it to sleep, and he Aqua Tails, and with huge power, the Rain Up and Life Orb, it's going to do half even with the Reflect. So he then goes into his Alakazam, and I set up the light screen. Not thinking I could take a hit, even with the light screen up, because it might be choice in some sort. I predict a Shadow Ball and switch to Umbreon, which didn't look like the best mistake, but with the light screen up, it doesn't even do 100, it does about 80, and after leftovers it's going to do 63, so yeah. He probably predicted the Toxic here, but I just wanted to wish, basically, to kind of see a bit of his team and see what he had. So I then go back out to my Uxie as a Sleep Podder, just predicting the Sleep Powder, and yeah, Uxie does go to sleep. But I do get the Umbreon's wish, so I'm now back up to full health. I predicted the Leech Seed here, so I didn't want to switch. I just wanted to leave Uxie in to take the Leech Seed. So the first one misses, the second one hits, and I've got 3 turns of sleep now. So I'm hoping I'm going to wake up next turn. He gets the Sludge Bomb off here. It doesn't do a lot because the light screen's still up, but I mean, the Leech Seed is gradually wearing me down. And I wake up here, Yawn. I now predict that the Venusaur is going to switch out. So I'm gonna, after the Venusaur switches out, I predict that, and I'm gonna U-turn out to get rid of the Leech Seed, and that does a nice chunk of damage to that Alakazam. I then send in my Pinsir, and I outspeed because I'm Scarfed, and I knew the Alakazam from earlier was Life Orb. So yeah, that takes down the Alakazam. So then, since I'm Magneton, knowing I'm Scarfed, I'm stuck on Exeter, I sent out my Torterra. I was predicting the Magnet Rise, really. But yeah, so he has to switch out because 4 times effective Earthquake. I get the Rock Polish on the switch. He gets the Aqua Jet off. That does a fair chunk. Bearing in mind it's quite a low base power move, but then again he has got huge power and Life Orb. I use a Wood Hammer, and with Stab and Life Orb and everything, that's enough to take out the Azumarill. And I do take a lot of recoil damage there, a hell of a lot. He then sends out his Hitmontop, and I'm fearing a Fake Out Mach Punch combination, which will take me down. And I send out my Armaldo, and the Life Orb Technician Fake Out barely does anything. It does about Life Orb, leftovers recovery damage. I then sent out my Stealth Rocks, which was a bit weird, bearing in mind that he is actually, you can assume that Hitmontop's a spinner, so that was a bit weird. But I then switch out into my Uxie as a Death Follower, really, because I know my Armaldo can't really take many more these things, and he Mach Punches, and it doesn't kill me, so that's enough for me to get the Reflected. Yeah, almost sneezed there. I then U-turn to get out of there and to save Uxie for Death Follower later, and switch into my Entei, hoping that with the Reflect up I can take, it looks like it's going to be after leftovers, that'll probably be one of 4 hits to take me down. Yeah, so I then set up my sub, and this is something I didn't want to see. In NU, this is really one of the only things that counters this and a Gastrodon, what counters my Entei, so I just really didn't want to see this. I just use an extra sentence, but there's no point in coal minding up now because it's just going to break the sub anyway. I might be wrong, but I don't think this even had Surf, because I didn't see it use it all game, so it might have just been a really good bluff. So I've got to switch out here really. I switch going to my Umbreon, my special rule, and I want to try and toxic it here, because that's the only really way I'm gonna get this Lantern out is to toxic stall it, which I don't really like doing, but anywho. So I think this might be a Parafusion one, but he doesn't want to paralyze me because of Synchronize. But then again, if I was him, I would have done that because then he wouldn't be able to get toxic, and Lantern isn't that fast anyway. But he predicts the toxic really nicely here, and switches into Magneton. I'll break through the confusion, and toxic would have hit, but obviously you can't poison a steel type. So I switch back out into Uxie for Death Order here, just predicting a Thunderbolt or a Flash Cannon. He uses, was that Magnet Rise he used there? Yeah. And the Flash Cannon takes me down. So I now send out my Scarf Pinsir, and I had a decision when I bred this Pinsir whether to breed it for close combat or Brick Break, and I used Brick Break to smash the screens, and a close combat there would have killed that Magneton. So I'm going, oh no, I've got nothing really now to, my Torterra can come out, but I don't think it would be faster. It might be, but anyway, I survive here with 1 hit point, and I've got 4 EVs in HP, which is 1. They give me an extra 1. So yeah, that kills off the Magneton. I switch out here just to save my Scarf Pinsir for later. I mean, obviously the fake out was coming, so I knew my Molder could take a fake out. Hitmontop here, Drain Punches, and that's quite a nice set on Hitmontop, the Drain Punch, because it gets back the health it loses from Life Orb. So it's kind of like having the boost in power, but at no cost. So yeah, after everything, like the Rock Slide and everything, my Molder is eventually going to go down, and I make a really bad play here. I send out my Entei, and I predict that he's going to switch into his Lantern to counteract me, so I double switch into Umbreon, and he stays in, which is my big misplay of the game, and that takes my Umbreon all the way down to 17 hit points, and the Hitmontop gets basically all of its health back. So that was where I could have either won it or lost it. So I just leave my Umbreon in now for Death Fodder. So Umbreon basically died for nothing there. So I use the extra sensory from Hitmontop. So basically, if I didn't double switch, Entei still would have gone down, but I would have been able to do what I did later, and I'd still have an Umbreon. And so I get another extra sensory up here with my Entei. This is an Entei that I caught in my Japanese Soul Silver, by the way. Yeah, so he gets a revenge off after I've extra sensory. That's going to do a lot. The crit didn't matter there at all. I then send out my Scarf Pinsir, and he thought he could Mach Punch me, but I've got Quick Attack. And you may think Quick Attack weird on the Scarf Pinsir, but that is exactly why I have it. So I get another Quick Attack off here on the Lantern. It's not going to do a lot, but I'm locked into it and I don't want to switch out. I mean, I could have switched out there to my Torterra because of Discharge, but I thought it might have had Ice Beam or Surf, and I didn't want to risk it. So my Torterra now can use an Earthquake, and that Lantern's at about 2/3 health, maybe 3/4, and the Earthquake's going to take it down. And I'm going to take some recoil damage. So now he's in the last poke, and that's a Venusaur. So it all depends as to whether my Torterra can take down this Venusaur, which has got almost full health. It's got, well, more than 3/4 health with an Earthquake, and it can't. So I have 11 HP left and I get taken out by Surge. But anyway, it was a great game and I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting a good game from Cerebi, but yeah, really cool guy. I'll put his link in the description, as I said. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.